Okay, viewers, this is one for today at Flemington, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. And straight away we come across 19 Virgo, which is Propus. Accidentally, I've got a pussycat here, but that's to indicate these first four highlights in certain races. Also up the top we've got 24 24 Gemini, and that aspect's 23 Saddle Sud. Anything with 23 degrees of any sign puts you in contact with Saddle Sud, the luckiest of the lucky stars. So straight away we've got a good start for Flemington all up. Now these pink things highlighted in the 8th, 2nd and 5th, I've come to realise that when you get lucky fixed stars, such as this lot here on the 2nd, and because of the seesaw effect it happens over there in the 8th, you tend to get a lot of fat cats, but also if you get fat cats you get increased first four amounts. This one in race 2, for instance, paid $26,000. Race 5 paid $14,000, and in race 8 it paid close to $80,000. That's for $1 on, but you've got to get the numbers in their right sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, it does not equal 1, 3, 4, 2. And I hope I'm not tempting you with too many sirens as you have yourself strapped to the mast of the ship in promising me that you won't bet. I hope that still stays, but it is attractive to see how astrology does work. These fixed stars here, we've got, that's close to Alt, then we have Scat, and we've got Vega, then Saddle Sud, and again Alt again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 indicates that, well, happy days for those parts of the chart that represent those races. Race 2 is obviously the second house, race 3 is the third house, etc, etc. Down the bottom here I've got all the outcomes for all 9 races, and I've pinked some of them. This one here, number 18, came second, but it paid $23. Now why did that happen? Well, if we look at Mars, he's up here in the 8th strong, it's in Taurus. If you come across to the opposite, which is Scorpio, and advance it one more, you get race 9. So technically for race 8, Mars moves into 9 degrees of Sag. Now 9 degrees of Sag, that's a mutable sign. You can see 9 over here. There is 9 Pisces, so it squares another mutable. And as you know, I'm very attracted to mutable signs and houses because that's where the compression lies. That's where you get fat cats. And indeed, this was a fat cat. Mars itself is on 9, which is Scat, one of the lucky fixed stars. So perhaps that's what happened. When you do a race yourself, you don't have to start at race 1, but starting at race 1 makes it easier because they just add each sign to get your progressive other race announcements. But just have a go at turning the chart. Turn the planet one sign, and count the next race, because then you can see how accurate turning can be and how little time it takes. Can you imagine doing 9 races astrologically? You have blisters in your fingers doing all this, and it's unnecessary. Turning is the answer. And always start from the fixed stars. Start with the fixed stars because they'll give you the first indication. I've had a career on the railways, and the most important signal in the railways used to be called the distance signal because it gave you an early indication as to the state of the track ahead. And it's the same with astrology. These fixed stars give you the earliest indication of what lies ahead. If you avoid those and go straight into the net, you're going to miss out on so much. So use the fixed stars. Use it to your advantage. And don't forget this hotspot here, Uranus. Uranus is always a surprise packet. And when it gets close to a cusp, like in the 1500s where they had ciphers buried in their letters because they were intelligent back then, Uranus can be a cipher when it gets to a cusp. It might be screaming at you from the far side of the paddock saying, look at this race, look at the race, carefully examine it. So do that. Be guided by all these things. It's just a matter of order and method.